Welcome everyone to this week's edition of the GSM Inspired Spotlight. I have a return guest with Cory Laneman.
How you doing?
So Cory, I wanted to bring you back because we kind of learned a little bit about you, but we've had quite a lot of changes since you last came back. Well, since you last came into the Spotlight, right?
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, man. It's been very, very crazy.
It hasn't been a year since I did the Spotlight, is it?
That's what it feels like a year. It's been quite some time. But yeah, lots of changes being made. People moving around, some staff adjustments, some home life adjustments.
Home life adjustments?
Oh, yeah.
You getting divorced?
No, baby number 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you want to tell us a little bit about that then?
Yeah. Come January, a little bit of late Christmas gift. All of a sudden, my wife just threw a pregnancy test at me and said, "Here you go."
Instead of 2 become 1, 2 become 3.
God, yeah. So no vacation homes this year. Got a baby number 3 on the way, but we're excited. That's going to be another little baby boy. So I'll have 2 boys and my princess. So my princess gets to remain the only princess.
Now we've got 2 chances of the extension of the Laneman family.
That's right. But no, we're super excited to grow the family. And
please tell me you're done at 3.
yeah, no more.
5 is a pretty big household.
Yeah, but we're excited, man. We always wanted a big family, and now we have one.
Well, then, if you wanted a big one, 5's probably not big enough, then, right?
No, 5 is good. five is good. But no, we're excited, to move the family in the right direction and get where we want to go.
You changing your last name to the Waltons?
No, we'll still be Lanemans, but no, this is kind of what we wanted. We wanted 3 kids.
Zach will get you to do a Brady Bunch thing with it.
Yeah. But no, we wanted 3 kids, and we're excited. As long as the baby's happy and healthy, that's all we care about.
Well, good. Congratulations. So let's talk about work, because I didn't really want to touch much on home life, because we've kind of been there a little bit. But
yeah.
Changes. Obviously, Steve's gone. That's put a lot more pressure and responsibility on you. How's that transition going?
In all honesty, it's been in preparation for a long time anyway. I've felt that I've been taking on more of that role for, over the past year, since we all knew inevitably Steve was for sure leaving, because obviously he's been retiring for 11 years. So now it was actually an end date to that retirement, and he's slowly been, I don't want to say pushed out, but guided out gently. And like I said, for the past year, I think I've been really nailing that role, to be honest.
What, obviously, I think I agree, you've been doing a great job. What about that role were you less prepared for, and what were you probably more prepared for, do you think?
Less prepared for the minute things, so just the tiny little details that come along with not necessarily that role, just running an entire dealership, paying more attention to that little stuff there. As far as most prepared for it, just being an overall general leader to the sales staff and even the porters and part staff and everything like that, and trying to grow that relationship within the entire store, because we have it a little bit more difficult because I can't walk 10 feet to get to parts or 20 feet to get to service. So it's a little bit more difficult at our store to really make that relationship grow between us and parts and service, and make sure everybody's on the same page with the goal of the store.
What about your, you mentioned leadership there, what about your state of play with the other managers? Do you feel like you've become more of a leader of the group there, or do you feel there's still some kind of status quo of the level? Where do you feel like you're at there? Have you organically taken that lead, I guess?
I absolutely do. And I feel like it's been like that way for quite some time. Grant's somewhat new to finance, and I did finance for quite some time, was very successful at it. So, I feel like I kind of guided him a little bit, and then Jeff was fresh out of finance, not too long ago, a few months back, and he's still helping Grant with finance as well. So I really do feel like I have a grasp on that. And then with Jeff, he's doing a great job, moving up onto the desk hand side, but there's still a lot of stuff that he's got to learn too. So I'm trying to help him out, kind of the way we do things. And once again, he is doing great. And I feel like me being up there with the knowledge I have over the past years, having many different roles in the dealership, has really helped the management team grow and continue to grow, as well as the sales staff.
So the next question I want to ask you is, I don't want you to read into this in it anyway. There's a specific reason I'm asking it. You're kind of like me in many ways, where you want to do everything, you wrap your arm around it.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about that kind of makes you feel like you need to do that, or you're responsible to do that? What is it that really pushes you that direction?
In all honesty, I look at the store like it's my own. I know we're Fusz Automotive Network and Jason Catlin, General Sales Manager, but at the end of the day, you know, you have to look at it like it's your store, it's your business, it's your job. And at the end of the day, I just want to know it's done, and if it's not being done to the way I wanted to, either I can address it, or at the end of the day, I just get impatient and do it myself.
and listen, you're a man after my own heart. You know that I've been that way for a long time.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've done in the last couple of years is you really have to try and figure out a way to delegate as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to use this word, empower the rest of the team.
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to do in the next few months that's going to be able to let that go a little bit and give the other people some responsibility to take on that too? Because let's be honest, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
One of your few negatives you have is time management. You don't get everything done, and there's a reason for that, because you're trying to do everything.
Yeah. So it's basically getting the rest of the management team kind of up to speed. So at the end of the day, we kind of have more of a variable team here, where every person within the management staff should be able to do everybody else's job, per se. So I think, you know, in the next coming months, I really need to push more to give them, not necessarily tasks, but more responsibilities to make their own. And as far as, instead of me just doing it myself, just checking up and say, hey, is this completed yet? And if it's not completed, why has this not been completed yet?
We'll talk about that. You know, we just recently did the forecasting, which we did a vlog on. How was that for you?
It was definitely different, because once again, you know, I've been a little bit tunnel visioned with just trying to get as much done as I can, instead of taking a step back and looking at the store as a whole, which is really what I intended to do with that forecasting, is kind of look at a little bit of everything. You know, basically increasing productivity, increasing, you know, relationships within the store, and really building on that from our success so far. So it was definitely a difficulty, because I'd never approached anything in this business quite like that, to really try to open up my mind.
It was by design.
I
Trying to get everyone in that uncomfortable spot.
Yeah. And like I said, I guarantee it wasn't absolute perfection, but at the end of the day, I'll never be where I want to be in this business, and I'll always want to continue to grow and learn everything about this business. Good.
What's plans for the future? When I say future, I mean like near future.
Near future, have a baby.
I'll talk about it in the next 6 months.
No, honestly, within the next 6 months, just create a solid sales staff. You know, a lot of times when you go to different stores, you're going to have that core group of, you know, your 4, 5, 6 people that have been here for quite some time. And then you're going to have your rotating people, whether they be new in the business and just not working out in sales, or, you know, they may find another opportunity to move at. So I'd really try to get a solid sales staff that's willing to be here for, you know, the longevity, the long haul. And then, like I said, just try to make everything copacetic to where it is to the point where I don't have to feel like I have to do everything myself, and really focus on the other managers. Yeah, I know. And really focus on the other managers, and help them grow too, to where it's not just me worrying about everything all the time, 24 hours a day, to where I'm not going to bed and like, all right, let me pull up my computer and start checking more stuff, or I get up in the morning and I'm still checking more stuff before I'm even here. So I just really want to get everybody on that mentality, that it's not just, at the end of the day, the sales staff and everybody, it's their own business, but I really want everybody to have the store's best interest in mind, because that's the only way the store is going to grow, is that everybody's on the same page to make the store progress.
Cool. That's all I got for you. You got anything else?
No, let's get after it, sell some cars.
Okay. As always, over at Fusz Ford, we can replace the car, not the customer, and I'll see you all next week.